in guiding him towards success.
Good morning, everyone. Can you all hear me? All right. Very nice and equally excited to stand in front of you. Myself, Kumaresan, I came from Bangalore. I work for Google India. I have 12 years of industry experience. All right. So today, I have two pieces for you. Okay, I'm not going to bore you completely into a technical stuff. There are two things. First one is introduction about AI world, artificial intelligence world. And the second one is little motivation from me. What I feel, it's kind of a motivation. So that's something I'm going to discuss with you. What do you prefer first? Technology or motivation? Which talk you want first? Your option. Say louder. I need more energy. Which one? You need more motivation, more than technology, right? Then I'll just move over to the motivation talk first. That's interesting. Even I also like the way we can start with a little motivation, then we go with the technology back. We'll give first importance to human intelligence with motivation, then we'll go with the artificial intelligence. Second, that's very nice. I found you guys are so intelligent. Now, this is all about me. So more than my profession, I work for Google. Other than that, I do have other things I do for a community. When I say community, giving back to the society, like the session how I'm going to give it for a technical and a motivation speech. Similarly, I used to give talks in the community events, NGOs, schools, colleges. So far, I have delivered more than 50 sessions across South India. And again, I'm an academic simulator and continuous learner. So what do you mean by academic simulator here? I had been engaged with many universities and colleges in Chennai and for a curriculum engagement and academic, how do you connect the bridge between college and industry? So that gap I used to give corporate advising part. I'm a continuous learner, of course, everyone is a continuous learner. I work for different organizations. I started with a company called Capgemini. So after 2010, I started with Capgemini, then Cisco, and then with Google now. Let me just go to a slide where we can start little about a motivation. All right. This is the topic we can start with. Looking at this picture, what comes on your mind? What do you think? Is it visible? Everybody in the last row? Which comes on your mind? Say louder. Ma'am, can we talk in Tamil also, right? Bilingual can I use? Alright. தெரியுதா லாஸ்ட் ரோ பசங்களா? நல்லா தெரியுதா? இதை பார்த்தா உங்களுக்கு என்ன ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மைண்ட்ல வருது? Sorry, say a little louder, maybe English or Tamil, whatever. Agriculture, right? How many of you from agriculture family, agriculture background family? Anybody here from farmers background? Farmer background? Yeah, I see quite few people here raising the hand. Very nice. Thank you. Looking at this picture, you correctly found it is an agriculture land. Am I right? So what is the difference between the left and right? One is dry land, other one is green land, right? So which you expect? You expect dry or green? Green. Everybody expect green, right? Everybody expect wealth. Everybody expect the prosperity in your life. Let's start with a small story. And I'll relate the story with our life. There was a farmer in a village. He used to do agriculture, harvesting for every year. One day, he got a little worried. He was thinking about, God doesn't know anything about agriculture. Since he is doing around 20-30 years of agriculture, he started thinking God doesn't know anything about agriculture. He gives rain when there is no need. He gives sunlight when there is no need. When there is no need of wind, God will give a hurricane. So that will spoil complete agriculture. When he is expecting for harvesting, all things, whatever the effort, whatever the enna பயிர் போடாதோ எல்லாமே வேஸ்டா போகுது. He started thinking about it. One day he got a chance to meet a God. One day he got a chance to meet a God. ஏதா கெஸ் பண்ண முடியுமா அவர் God என்ன கேட்டிருப்பாருன்னு? என்ன கேட்டிருப்பாரு? லிட்டில் லவுடர். ஓகே, அவர் God என்ன கேட்டாருன்னா, உங்களுக்கு அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் பத்தி ஒண்ணுமே தெரியலைங்க, நான் 30 வருஷம் அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் பண்றேன், நான் தான் எக்ஸ்பர்ட், உங்களுக்கு எப்போ மழை வரணும்னு வைக்க தெரியல, எப்போ உங்களுக்கு புயல் வரணும் வைக்க தெரியல, எப்போ உங்களுக்கு சன்லைட் வரணும் வைக்க தெரியல,
எப்போ என் பயிரெலாம் விளைஞ்சிருக்குதோ அப்போ பார்த்து நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணுறீங்க, ஃபுல்லாக மழை விடுறீங்க. எப்போ அப்படின்னா பயிர் வளர்ந்து வருதோ அடிக்கிறது காற்று, என்னோட பயிர் எல்லாம் போயிடுது, என்னோட எஃபர்ட் எல்லாமே போயிடுச்சு. ஸோ நான் ஒன்று பண்ணவா, நான் அந்த பொறுப்பை எடுத்துக்கிறேன். இந்த வேர்ல்டு இருக்கக்கூடிய கம்ப்ளீட் அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் பொறுப்பை என்கிட்ட கொடுங்க. யார் விவசாயி காட்ட கேட்குறாரு, அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் பொறுப்பை என்கிட்ட கொடுங்க, இந்த வேர்ல்டே நான் பசுமையாக மாற்றி காட்டுறேன் அப்படிங்கிறாரு. God was thinking, okay, this is a good idea, but before I give the complete world to you, I'll give a small piece of land. I'll give 1 acre land, what you own. I'll give all the power to you. When you choke your finger, you will get everything. When you feel you want a rain, just think and choke your finger, you will get a rain. When you want a wind, you will get a wind. When you want a sunlight, you will just choke your finger, you will get a sunlight. The farmer was so happy. He went back to the land. He started doing agriculture. Of course, right? Now he got a power. அவருக்கு என்ன வேணுமோ அது அக்ரிகல்ச்சர்னால அவரோட லேண்டில் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அவர் போய் பண்ணுறாரு, விவசாயம் பண்ணுறாரு, ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகுது, நல்லாவே விவசாயம் பண்ணுறாரு. அவரோட லேண்ட் இந்த மாதிரி வந்துடுது. இது எப்படி இருக்குது? இந்த லேண்டு ஃபுல்லாக க்ரீனாக இருக்கா? ட்ரைனஸே இல்லை. ஆனால் அதுவே அவர் பக்கத்தில் இருக்கிற லேண்ட்லாம் பார்க்கும்போது அவரோட நெய்பர்ஸ்லாம் ஸோ ஜெலஸ். ஹவு தீஸ் கைஸ் ஆர் கெட்டிங் ஆல் தி ப்ராஸ்பரிட்டி. நம்ம லேண்டில் ட்ரையாக இருக்குது, பாதி பயிர் அழிஞ்சு போச்சு, பாதி பயிர் எலி கடிச்சிருச்சு, பாதி பயிர் பாம்பு கடிச்சிருச்சு, பாதி பயிர் காற்றுல போயிடுச்சு. பட் இந்த இவரோட லேண்டில் வந்து ஒன்று கூட வேஸ்ட் ஆகலையே, ஃபுல் லேண்டும் கம்ப்ளீட்டாக ப்ராஸ்பராக இருக்குது அப்படின்னு. One fine day came after particular months. We have a particular time for a harvesting. They started doing a harvesting. Harvesting அறுவடை எடுக்கும்போது this farmer so happy. He brought all the employees to do harvesting. Harvesting பண்ணும்போது என்ன நடக்குது அப்படின்னா, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒரு பேடி நெல்லிருந்து அப்படியே அரிசி எடுக்கிறாங்க. நெல்லிருந்து அரிசி எடுக்கும்போது அரிசி திடமாக இருந்தால் யூ வில் செப்பரேட் இட் ஃப்ரம் அ நெல். அந்த டஸ்ட்டை நீங்கள் போட்டுட்டு நீங்கள் நெல் எடுத்துக்கலாம். ஆனால் இவரோட நிலத்தில் விளைஞ்ச எதுலேயுமே அந்த நெல் வந்து பாசி பிடிக்கல, அதாவது அந்த பயிரோட பிடிக்கவே இல்லை, ரொம்ப லேசாக இருக்குது, உமி மாதிரி. தெரியுங்களா உமி? உங்களுக்கு தெரியுமா உமி? நெல்லுக்கு மேலே இருக்கிற பாட்டு தெரியலையா? ஸோ அவங்க ஓப்பன் பண்ணுறாங்க, அடிக்கிற காற்றுல அந்த உமியோடு சேர்ந்து நெல்லும் பறந்து போயிடுது, அரிசியும் பறந்து போயிடுது. ஸோ அரிசி எப்படி இருக்குதுன்னா அரிசியும் அந்த உமி மாதிரி ஆயிடுது. It was so weak. Then he started, okay, it might be for 1 or 2. He started doing half of his land, half of the harvesting முடிச்ச அப்புறமா பார்க்குறாரு கம்ப்ளீட் லேண்டும் அப்படி தான் இருக்கு. Then he got so pissed off, he got so tensed, he was so angry about God. Again he went back to God. He was asking, God, you cheated me. I asked you all the things, but you gave me, then you cheated me. அப்புறமா God மறுபடியும் கொஸ்டின் கேட்குறாரு அவர்கிட்ட, நீ என்கிட்ட கேட்ட, நான் உங்கள்கிட்ட எல்லாம் கொடுத்தேன், நீ எல்லாம் பண்ண, ஆனால் உன்னோட லேண்டுக்கும் மற்ற லேண்டுக்கு என்ன டிஃப்ரென்ஸ்னா, மற்ற லேண்டில் கம்மியாக இருந்தால் கூட அங்கே இருக்கிற அந்த பேடி அந்த பயிர் என்ன நடந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா, விண்டு அடிக்கும்போது அவ்வளோ விண்டுலையும் எப்படி தாங்கி பிடிக்கணுங்கிறத கற்றுக்குச்சு. ஓகேவா? மழை அடிக்கும்போது உங்களுக்கு புயலே அடித்தாலும் அவ்வளோ தண்ணி வந்தாலும் அந்த தண்ணியில் எப்படி தாக்கி பிடிக்கணும், அதில் எந்த தண்ணியில் எவ்வளோ பயிர் தாங்கி நின்றுச்சோ அந்த பயிர் தான் கடைசியாக விளைஞ்சுது. ட்ரை லேண்டாக இருக்கும்போது மழையே பெய்யல, ஆனால் அந்த பயிருக்கு தெரியும் எங்கே ஒரு ட்ராப் வாட்டர் இருக்கு, அதை ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணி then it was survived. So even with a hurricane or a wind or a flood, whatever you call it as, it survived, it got a strength. This is actually a life. When you got everything easy, then you won't get strong, you won't get success, you won't feel the taste of the victory. You understand what I'm saying? When you get everything easy on your hand, see, இன்னைக்கு நீங்க பார்க்கலாம், நீங்க நினைக்கிறதெல்லாம் நடக்கல, I wanted to become like this, I wanted to achieve 100 marks, I wanted to score this much அப்படின்னு. பட் எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரு காரணம் இருக்கும். ஆனால் அப்படி ஒரு விஷயம் நடக்கும்போது அதில் நம்ம எப்படி சர்வை பண்ணி நிற்கிறோங்கிறத மேட்டர். நெக்ஸ்ட், இந்த ஸ்டோரிக்கு போக முன்னாடி நான் சம்மரைஸ் பண்ணிடுறேன். ஏன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து மோட்டிவேஷனல் ஸ்டோரிலேயே 2 ஸ்டோரி, ஒரு குட்டி கதை, ஒரு குட்டி ஸ்டோரி விஜய் ஸ்டைலில் டு ரிமெம்பர் யூ. ஸோ அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் லேண்ட் இப்போ முடிஞ்சுது. ஸோ அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் லேண்ட்லேருந்து ஒரு பயிர் நெல் அரிசியாக வரணும் அப்படின்னா அடிக்கிற புயலுக்கும் அடிக்கிற மழைக்கும் அடிக்கிற ட்ரைனஸ்க்கும் அது தாக்கி பிடிச்சா மட்டும்தான் வர முடியும். அதே போல் தான் நம்ம லைஃபும். நீங்கள் ரோட்டில் போகிறீங்க, திருநெல்வேலியிலேருந்து கோவில்பட்டிக்கு போகிறீங்க, how many speed breakers you will get in the road? You get it or not? ஸ்பீட் பிரேக்கர்ஸ் வருமா இல்லையா? ஸ்பீட் பிரேக்கர்ஸ் வரும், ஸ்லோ பண்ணும், ஸ்பீட் பிரேக்கர்ஸில் ஏறணும் இறங்கணும்னு நினச்சி இங்கே வீட்டில் இருந்துட்டீங்கன்னா உங்களால் போகவே முடியாது. எஸ் ஆர் நோ? எஸ் ஆர் நோ? So if you wanted to continue your travel, if you wanted to reach your destination, you have to get ready for ups and of course, right? That is actually a life. When you target for a success, definitely you will not get all the success. How you have a speed breakers on a way, similarly you will be having a failures on your way. You have to get ready to face the failures. Again, facing a failure is different. After facing failure, how you learn the things, that is very important. When I say learning from a failure, that is very important thing. வாழ்க்கையில் ரெண்டா நம்ம கிளாசிஃபை பண்ணிக்கலாம் நம்மளோட ட்ராவலில். லைஃப் இஸ் அ ஜர்னி, ரைட்? யூ அக்ரி வித் மீ, லைஃப் இஸ் அ ஜர்னி? You have a success and you have a failures. Everybody wants a success, everybody wants a victory, everybody wants a win. But not everybody get all this. Most of them will get failures. Everybody will get a failure. Those who survey on a failure, those who jump from a failure, they will reach a success. Are you agree? புரியுதுங்களா? அப்போ ஒவ்வொரு ஃபெயிலியர்ல இருந்து நம்ம என்ன கற்றுக்கிட்டோங்கிறது தான் மேட்டர். ஏன்னா நம்ம சக்ஸஸை மட்டுமே டார்கெட் பண்ணி பிளான் பண்ணி ட்ராவல் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா ஃபெயிலியர் நமக்கு என்னன்னே தெரியாது. ஒரு ஃபெயிலியர்லேருந்து நம்ம என்ன கற்றுக்கிட்டோம், அப்புறமா அடுத்த ஒரு விஷயம் பண்ணும்போது அந்த தப்பை நம்ம வாழ்க்கையில் ரிப்பீட் பண்ணக்கூடாதுங்கிற ஒரு லேர்னிங் நீங்கள் எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா ஃபெயிலியரும் சக்ஸஸும் ரொம்ப பக்கம் தான். யூ கேன் ரீச் வெரி ஈஸிலி. ஸோ வாட் எவர் யூ டூ, லேர்னிங் ஃப்ரம் ஈச் ஆஃப் யுவர் ஃபெயிலியர்ஸ், ஈவன் பி வித் அ ஸ்மால் திங் ஆர் அ பிக் திங், if you learn you can win. Now, are you good with the story? The story okay va, புரியுதுங்களா? The story ஓட கருத்து என்ன? Can anyone tell me what is the one line outcome you got from the story? Sorry? You have ups and downs in life, you have to get ready to face everything, learn from each opportunity. The next one is little personal, right? When I say little personal, the left side இருக்கிறது என்னது? பெட்டி கடை. ரைட் சைடில் இருக்கிறது மேபி நான் தான். ஓகேவா? ஸோ டிஷர்ட்டில் இருக்கு, மேபி நீங்கள் ரிலேட் பண்ண முடியாது, நான் தான். மேலே ஓகே கூகுள் எழுதிக்கிறேன், யூஎஸ் கேம்பஸ் ஆக்சுவலி. ஸோ இந்த பெட்டி கடைங்கிறது இது ஏதோ ஒரு பெட்டி கடை இல்லை, என்னோட பெட்டி கடை, எங்கள் அப்பாவோட பெட்டி கடை. ஓகேவா? ஸோ இப்போ இதுக்கு ரிலேட் பண்ண முடியுது. தென் அண்ட் நவ் I'll start with a small story of my life. Rather I say with a different farmer, because my father is not a farmer, he is running a small shop in my village. என்னோட வில்லேஜ் வந்து நாகர்கோவில் பக்கத்தில் புத்தேரிங்கிற ஒரு குக்கிராமம். அங்கே ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூலில் படிக்கிறேன் நான். When I was studying my 10th standard, right? So you guys are from 9, 10, 11, 12th, right? Okay. I was studying my 10th standard. What it happened, every actual exam before we have a model exam. Am I right? Model examinations. What is the reason of conducting model examination? Any idea? Model exam எது conduct பண்றாங்க? To practice yourself well, right? With the same time, same question, same marks, everything, how you are practicing with everything. And the model exam time, என்ன இன்சிடென்ட் நடந்துச்சு என்னோட லைஃப்ல. Something unfortunate thing had happened. My father got into ill. ஒரு ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் அட்மிட் ஆகிட்டாரு. பட் எங்கள் வீட்டுக்கு வந்து கிடைக்கக்கூடிய ஒரே சோர்ஸ் ஆஃப் இன்கம் திஸ் பெட்டிக்கடை தான். இன்னும் இந்த பெட்டிக்கடை ஊரில் தான் இருக்கு. Instead of I was supposed to go for a model exam, I was asked to go for a shop, to run a shop. So from our childhood we used to grow with a shop. Right, we know where to purchase, where to sell, and where to do rotating things. So instead of I attending the model examinations, I was attending all my day-to-day work at my shop. I was literally forget about my model exam. There is no time to think about it. After few exams passed, my teachers in a government school where I studied, they found out this guy is not attending the school. I was not a bright or I was not a weak student. I was little above average. What above average? You know, right? If you are so bright, teachers will always remember. If you are so weak, teachers always remember. If you are middle ground, will they remember most? No, right? The possibility is very less. இவன் ஏதோ வரான் போகிறான் அவ்வளோதான், அவன் படிச்சுக்குவான், மிடில் ரோவில் இருக்கிறான், இவன் லாஸ்ட் ரோவும் கிடையாது, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரோவும் கிடையாது, டவுட்டும் கேட்க மாட்டான் அப்படின்னு நினச்சிக்குவாங்க. Similarly, the category. But what it happened, my school teacher, I could say the name, Velamal teacher, the Tamil teacher, Rita Tamil ma'am for my English, they both reached out to my family. They convinced my mom. So 10th public exam illana payinoda future paadikapodum, just get into the school, we will take care. But considering my situation, I cannot leave my shop and go to a school for a full day. Then we made an agreement, I will go for a school in second off, first off, I will run my shop. This is actually happened in my life. By the time I started going to school, almost my model examinations were over. But what my teachers did, they are the angels in my life. Why I'm saying angels, I'll tell you the answer. They took me a special care. They conducted me all the model exams. When I was studying 5 subjects, all the 5 subjects, they conducted me individually. They mentored me. They sit next to me. They evaluated. They taught me everything. That particular day in my life inspired me a lot. It changed complete perception. Being an above average student in my class, I scored the first rank in my school in the board exam. Right? This is actually an incident that happened in my life. Not only in school level. So like I was studying a Tamil medium school. My Tamil teacher was extraordinary. She taught me all the tricks, everything. She was an angel. I scored district level first mark in Kanyakumari district. You see here? So that is the difference. So opportunities are there. When opportunities comes, we should ready to utilize it. Be prepared to participate in the opportunity. That's what I'm saying. This is an incident it happened in my school life. Then, coming back to starting of my career, I did my engineering, I scored, then after engineering I went to a city, Bangalore. I was looking for a job. Basically, I did not get a campus interview opportunity in my college. I went to Bangalore. Campus interviews are altogether different story. There is also a story behind. I was studying electrical engineering. I was in the impression that I need to go only to a core company, not to a IT industry. Any guess why I thought like this? Because of fear with the communication. The reason began in my 10th standard, I scored 480 out of 500. 97 marks in Tamil, whereas I got 85 marks in English. 15 marks alone I lost in, 85 or 84, lost in English. So that was a challenge in my life. I had always a complicated relationship with English. That's the main reason I focused only on a core industry to work. But நம்மளோட விதி அப்படி விடாததா பெங்களூர் போனோம் வேலையை தேடுறோம் அப்போ ஒரு இன்டர்வியூ ஆஃபர் வருது இன்டர்வியூ கால் ஃபார் வருது அங்கே இன்டர்வியூ அட்டன் பண்ண போகிறேன் ஐ காட் அ பிளேஸ் ஐ வாண்ட் டு கோ ஃபார் அ இன்டர்வியூ இன்டர்வியூ போக மாட்டேன் என்ன பண்ணணும்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் போய் ரிசப்ஷனிஸ்ட்டை சொல்லணும் சி மேடம் நான் வந்து ஐ கேம் ஃபார் அ இன்டர்வியூ திஸ் இஸ் மை ப்ரொஃபைல் மை இன்டர்வியூ ஷெட்யூல் ஃபார் திஸ் பர்டிகுலர் பொசிஷன் ஐ வாண்ட் டு கோ ஃபார் அ இன்டர்வியூ at 10 a.m. But after my engineering, I was not confident to say that statement. I came for an interview. I took my friend along with me, who was my roommate. He came along with me not to help my interview, just to introduce me to the interviewer. Just imagine. Introduce me like who I am, introduce my identity, he came along with me. He introduced. Then I went for an interview. I was so tensed. Engineering, you know, I got 78% marks with no arrears, distinction, all I scored in Anna University. So that means I'm a very meritorious, but I was not confident with English. Then finally, the interviewer came, looking at my resume and my tense face. Luckily, he started the conversation in Tamil. In Bangalore, he started a conversation in Tamil. He is a Tamilian. He asked the questions in Tamil and I answered him. I got an offer. But he told me, see, I'm giving an offer by talking in Tamil, but it won't help you. After a certain level, you need to improve your communication. Look at that man who gave me opportunity. Looking at my communication, gave me opportunity. Then I started improving myself. Then I went to a corporate and worked for a company. I went to US, I went to UK, land everything, coming back, worked with a different company. I told you Cisco, when I took in industry. Then I went to Google. How it all happened in my life. When he told me start a communication, then I really took that as a very challenging in my life. Good, I went to Bangalore. There is the only option you have to talk in English. There is no way you can talk in Tamil, right? Other state போய் தமிழ் பண்ண ஒத்துக்குவாங்களா ஆந்திராலையும் கர்நாடகாவிலும் போய் நீங்கள் இங்கிலீஷ் தான் பேசி ஆகணும் ஏன்னா நமக்கு ஹிந்தி வேறு தெரியாது அது இன்னொரு பிரச்சனை லைஃப் அப்படியே எடுத்துகிட்டு வந்துச்சு அப்புறமா எப்படி கூகுள் இந்த கொஷின் இருக்கும் இல்லையா இங்கே ஊரில் ஆரம்பிச்சேங்கிறான் ஸ்கூலில் தமிழ் மீடியங்கிறான் கூகுள் எப்படி போனா ஒரு கொஷின் வரும் இல்லையா how many of you have this question in your mind? Yeah, that is the thing I told you, right? Success and failure, those are very nearby when you start learning from your failures. Have you got it? I learned from my school teacher. They were my angels in my 10th standard. Then my first interviewer who gave me an opportunity believing my technical abilities. So communication, in English is a communication, not a knowledge, right? He believed, he gave me opportunity. I utilized. I went. Again, what I did the best what I do in my work. Not only with the work, maybe with the studies or with the drawing, or if you like a sports or a karate, whatever you do in your life, you have to consider in a way, whatever you do, you are the best in it. There is no such one Such people can come and replace you. உங்களுக்கு எவ்வளோ பேர் ரஜினிகாந்த் பிடிக்கும் சூப்பர் ஸ்டாரை? How many of you fans of Rajinikanth? Okay, I'll come to your generation. How many of you fans of Vijay? Oh, very nice, Vijay, right? Right. சரி நீங்கள் சொல்லுங்க, விஜய் ஒரு படத்தில் நடிக்கிறார் அப்படின்னா அவர் எங்கேயா போய் கால் ஷீட் கேட்பாரா இல்லை டேரக்டர்ஸ் அவரை போய் பிடிப்பாங்களா? வாங்க டேரக்டர்ஸ் அண்ட் ப்ரொடியூசர்ஸ் கம், ஐ வில் கிவ் க்ரோஸ் டுகெதர், கம் அண்ட் ஆக்ட் இன் யுவர் மூவி. எப்படி எதனால அப்படி நடக்குது? He is the best in his industry, am I right? விஜயா அஜிதா, ப்ரொடியூசர் கதையை வச்சுட்டு கேட்குறாரு, விஜயா அஜிதான்னு கேட்குறாரு. So how he also started, but whatever he do, he is the best. See, like all of you raise your hand. That means he is all in your mind, right? I mean, he is all in your heart. You guys are big fan of Vijay. He knows how to attract the kids. How the Sivakarthikeyan, right? I mean, similarly, I'm seeing a lot of many people. The point here is, I mean, come out from cinema and come to the school. Come to the reality. Do whatever you do with your full dedication and be best on it. Be with anything, be with a drawing or a sports or a karate, whatever you do, studies, whatever you do, study, dedication, learn from your failures. That's all this content I want to deliver. I mean, this is my real life story from here to here, then and now. From a petty kadila and Google work pandrathu easy. I traveled 4-5 countries, I interacted with many people, many cultures. The point here is, not everybody in a life get the same opportunity. Am I right? Are you agree with me? Not everybody in a life get the same opportunity. The guy from a rural India, village in India will not get the same opportunity the guy who is studying in a metropolitan city. I mean, do you agree with me? The Bangalore or Chennai or Delhi or Mumbai. He will not get the same opportunity. I mean, the guy who is there in a metropolitan, he will be getting a lot of opportunities. But the person who studies in a rural place will not get the same opportunity. But again, now the things has been completely changed. Now opportunities are wide. The opportunities are open. Only thing is, we should get aware about it. It's our duty to bring the awareness to the people. So opportunities are everywhere. Make use of the opportunity. Don't wait for the opportunity. Get yourself prepared for the opportunity. When the opportunity comes, participate. Don't wait for the opportunity comes, then you prepare and participate. By the time opportunity will go for a next person. Am I right? Do you get my point what I'm saying? See, like now if you are studying a 12th standard, say example, going to engineering or medicine, whichever the field you go next. Generally, the campus interview used to happen for 3rd year and 4th year. If you wait for a 3rd year and 4th year to participate in an interview, by the time you prepare and participate, there is a possibility is very less. And also, you may get a job in any own company like a 3 lakh, 4 lakh salary. If you are targeting yearly 12 lakhs, 15 lakhs, people are now getting 50 lakhs, 60 lakhs also, the freshers. If you are targeting something high, then you have to get yourself prepared from a day one, prepared from a first year. So be prepared. When opportunity comes in, participate. Don't wait for the opportunity to come in, then you prepare and participate. By the time opportunity will go to a next person. So these are the 2 key takeaways from my first story. The farmer story, right? If you get everything easy in your life, you will not become strong. If you wanted to become a strong, if you wanted to feel the real taste of a victory, then you have to ready to face the struggles and failures in your life. Learn from each and every failures and struggles. Then you go forward. That's the first takeaway. The next one. This is my own life story. Don't think where you start. Always target where you want to stand. புரியுதுங்களா? Have you got these 2 stories? Are you with me? Right? Again, yeah, this is a mantra. Try, fail, success. Don't expect always try and be as a target as a success. Try, fail, then you success. Definitely. From each failure, the feedback mechanism, learn from your failures, learn the struggles, like from each failure, learn what is the learning from there. Then again, when you do a same iteration, then try is very easy to success. All right. This is a motivation talk. Do you have any questions for me? Anything about my story or a farmer story? Any questions or any doubts? Have you all got the main key points? என்ன பாயிண்ட்ஸ்? ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டோரியில் என்ன பாயிண்ட் உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சுது? ஃபார்மர் ஸ்டோரியில் ups and down, then say louder, expecting little louder. சொல்லுங்கப்பா, தமிழில் சொல்லலாம், இங்கிலீஷில் சொல்லலாம். பசங்களா, the last row, I'm expecting more from you. I was a last bench student, I told you, right? Above average student, below average student sometimes. First one is, first story takeaway. ups and downs, not everything is in your life. If you want to taste the real victory, you have to face the struggles and failure. What is the second takeaway? Don't wait for the opportunities. Yeah, get yourself prepared for the opportunity. When opportunity comes, participate in opportunity. That's what I say. The exam is the campus interview. Are we good to go with the technical part? Right? All right. Let's go with the technical part. Introduction to a world, right? So that is a task I've been asked to deliver to you. What do you mean by, here I go. Introduction to a world. What do you mean by AI? Artificial intelligence, right? You are clear with the definition, right? I'll come back to you. This is the agenda, very simple agenda. I know it's a school level. I'm not going to more technical or a depth. Very basic, to have a basic understanding about, now you know artificial intelligence, little more terms, what is machine learning, what is the cloud computing, what is big data. Only few terms you will learn from a dictionary today, that's all. Nothing more depth, but what you learn, you will remember in your life. And this is the agenda, what is AI? What is the AI used? Yeah, when he was introducing me, he explained very well, right? You use AI in everyday life. You use in a Google Maps or a Siri, climate and everything he has mentioned. So that's what we discussed something about the basic use cases. Then we go with the ABC triangle. That's the interesting part. ABC triangle. You need to understand the ABC triangle first. Now, I asked you what is AI, you gave me the answer is artificial intelligence, right? What do you mean by artificial intelligence? I purposefully put this slide, rolling your eyes. Look at that, the right bottom. What do you mean by artificial intelligence? Just make it right. It's okay. I'll divide into two parts. What do you mean by intelligence? How do you define as intelligent? If your younger brother who studies in a 5th standard or 4th standard comes back and asks you the question, what do you mean by intelligent? How do you define? How do you explain him the intelligent meaning? Sorry? Smartness? Somebody said smart. What else? Knowledge, right? What else? What do you mean by intelligence? Very basic question, right? Intelligence. Okay, first part. What do you mean by artificial? Opposite to natural, right? What is natural? Natural is very natural. What we do, that is a natural thing. Artificial is something artificially you do with the technology. So artificial intelligence, what do you mean now? You are bringing or making the intelligence artificially. Have you got it, the meaning, artificial intelligence? See now, before we go and discuss about artificial intelligence, first, we need to discuss something with the use cases, what you use every day. So we are using AI every day. We've been using it for a long time. How many of you agree with me? Are you using AI? Are you the consumer of AI? How many of you? How many of you agree with me? Are you using AI? I bet you some or other instant you are definitely using AI in your life. Might be AI is becoming so buzz, so popular word today, but you are using AI for a long time. Now, we'll start with some use cases. So before we go and understand about the artificial intelligence, first ask you a question. What do you mean by human intelligence? Very basic, right? Brain. Very nice answer. What else? Any try from this side? I'm getting all the answers from this side only. How about this side? Yeah, come on. What do you mean by human intelligence? Are we humans? Yes? Say louder. Are we humans? Are we intelligent? Yes or no? Definitely right. When you compare with a kid, we are intelligent. At least, you agree with me? When you compare with a LKG or a pre-KG kid, you are intelligent. At least you have to agree with me now. Now, how do you differentiate a LKG kid and you are studying, say, like a 9th or a 12th standard? How do you differentiate? How do you differentiate? Don't say like in height. How do you differentiate a LKG kid? Consider you have a young kid at home, is studying LKG or a 1st standard, you are already in a 9th or a 12th standard. How do you differentiate both? Age. Okay, what else? Knowledge. Who said knowledge? Very nice. Which standard? 9th. Oh, I thought you were from LKG, not right. Okay, 9th. All right, just fun. And Don't take it serious. I'm giving appreciation. And knowledge. What else? What else? What are the things you know? What are the things the LKG kid doesn't know? Huh? Maturity, right? Maturity. You have a maturity. He doesn't have a maturity. Very nice word. You are using maturity in this age. Very nice. What else? What else, girls? Huh? Ability, right? The ability to think, the ability to do things, the ability to communicate. The way you communicate with your friends, the way you communicate with your teacher, the way you communicate with other people in the world is completely different from the way they communicate from a LKG level. Am I right? Yes or no? How you learned all the things? Now you agree with me, you are completely different from a LKG kid. How you learned all the things in your life? Uh-huh. Information, somebody said, right? Who said information? Very nice. What else? Experience. Okay, then. Experience makes man perfect, right? What else? Hard work. I mean, the life is a complete of learning, right? From LKG, you wanted to go with the 10th standard or 12th standard, you have to learn a lot of things in your life. Once you learn everything, when I say learning, not only from your books, you learn from a world, whatever you see. You learn from your teachers, your parents, your elder brothers, your friends, everything is you learn. Then you reflect to the world. Whatever you learn, you reflect to the world. Am I right? So that's what you do. Like, say like example here, I stand in a podium and I talk to you and ask a question, you will respond to me, right? Whereas if I sit place LKG kid here, did he listen? No, right? He'll ask me, give me a mic. He'll look for my mic. What is this? Like black color one, it's a small good toy. He'll look for my mic. He'll not look for my words, like the knowledge. Look for the mic to play around. That's a difference. How do we learn all from our life? That is actually an important thing. When you learn about that things, A is very easy for you. The first use case. I'll go with the next one. What is this? Okay, smartwatch. How many of you have smartwatch? At least few. All right. Okay, fine, no problem. Oh, most of you have smartwatch. Very smart people. When I ask you what is human intelligence, you're not raising your hand. Huh? Right. Okay, now most of you raise your hand. I'll ask a simple question to you. Why, what is this actually? What is the use? Again, same thing away. Your 5-year-old kid asking the question to you. Anna or Akka, this is black color. See, like I also have a smartwatch. Somebody asks you the question, what is a smartwatch? Why you are wearing it? Any answers? Why you are wearing smartwatch? Uh-huh. Time. Time you can wear normal analog watch itself, right? What else? Yeah, time is the one thing. Good. You are watching a time from a smartwatch. What else? Uh-huh. Phone calls. You are attending a phone call, making your life easy, right? You are attending a phone call. You are making it, checking your notifications. Those things. What else? Health. It is monitoring your health. Any idea how it monitors your health? It has some sensor in it. It will just, sense all your pulses in your body. From the pulses, it will count how many steps you walk on a particular day, how many times you did a run, how much time you did a cycling. All this it will monitor and it will give a report to you, right? What is the need of the report? What do you do with the report? So looking at the steps, you say like, yeah, today I did a walk for 6,000 steps. How do you feel? Sometimes in a Sunday, you're just simply lying on a bed and watching a TV. Then your walk is around 1,000 or not even 1,000, 100 steps or 200 steps. From this data, what is the outcome? That's my question. Question is very simple. You are wearing a smartwatch. You said there are many use cases. Checking at a time, notification, attending a calls, and monitoring your health. The main outcome here is monitoring your health. Accordingly, you take action, right? If you are becoming weak, you take some actions. That is actually I mean to say here. Now, what is this? Google. Most of you access this site. Then, what is this? What is on the background? Servers. Why do we need servers? So, what do you mean by servers? Servers are big computers. Just understand, servers are big computers. You use computers for your PPT or games or whatever you wanted to do with the computer. You do your assignments, your studies and all. I agree, you are very good students, you are studying, you are doing digital learning and all. Now, why we need a servers? If you wanted to do the same task in a bigger way, you need a servers. Now, I'll ask the same question again. What is artificial intelligence? I mean, same question, right? I mean, third or fourth time I'm asking the same question. I mean, look like a mad. What do you understand? That depends on the conversation what we had. Artificially bringing a knowledge, very well, right? From a data, say like, by wearing a smartwatch, you are taking a knowledge about your health, your body status. Accordingly, you are taking action, right? Second example, the Google backend infrastructure, the data center, the servers, how it's running with the knowledge and how you're monitoring the statistics, everything. Now, if you get an answer for this question, if you're learning anything, not only with the AI, always learn with these three questions. What is AI? Why do you need to learn AI? And how it works? Now, to answer that question, AI is pretty simple. You are making a machine to mimic like a human. Am I right? See, when I say smartwatch says all the information to you. If you are feeling fever, you go to a hospital and you give a hand to a doctor, right? What he will do? He'll check the pulse and he'll say the things like, yeah, you are weak, you have to take a tablets. He can tell you about your body. Am I right? Exactly. Now, you are replacing a doctor, bringing intelligence to a machine. What doctor has learned so many years in his studies and his experience, if are not actually equal, I'm saying just kind of a little knowledge you are getting it from your smart devices. That is the use case of AI. It's a branch of computer science, deals with the intelligence. Why we are learning? Pretty simple answer, to make our life very easy. How it works? That's an interesting question. You can always remember how kids learn everything in your life. Similarly, how machines learn everything in your life. I'll come to that part. Always in your life, which comes first, problem or solution? Exams or result? Exams, right? You remember. Always? I'm asking this question. Problems or solution? Problems, right? Now, by introducing artificial intelligence, if I say, before problem comes, you will give a solution. Do you agree? Do you believe it first? You don't, right? That is actually, if you believe it, then you know AI. If you don't believe it, that is the way AI is bringing into our society. So always in our life, anything if you take as an example, problem comes, then the solution comes. Now, by using AI, you will get ready proactively before the problem comes in. Same old example, the smartwatch. Looking at the smartwatch, looking at the data, looking at the dashboard, you have a complete analysis or monitoring about your body. Am I right? Yes or no? You can take a preventive action with the data, the dashboard. Similar example for all the use cases. Only the use cases differs, but idea remains same. Proactively get intelligence. You are making a machine to mimic like a human. How I said the doctor example. Instead of how doctor understand the pulse and says about your pulse, how many pulse, what is the weakness, what is the problem in your body. Similarly, with some limited information you will get from a smart devices what you wear in your body. This is very interesting part. ABC triangle. So looking at this diagram, what is ABC? Is it visible, the last row? Are you able to read that? Can you read? What do you mean by AI? A? What is B here? Big data. What is C? Cloud computing. Did you hear these terms anywhere before or first time? First time. All three words first time? You heard? Which one you heard already? Artificial intelligence you heard already. Other two terms you are hearing first time. Am I right? Big data first time. Second one, cloud computing. But if I say you are already utilizing or consuming these two, do you believe it or not? What is big data? I will come to that part. First, if you wanted to understand AI, you need to have a clarity about this A, B, C. Artificial intelligence. AI is not a new technology. Just remember, 1955 itself AI has been developed. The word, the term, it launched 1955 itself. When I say 1955, half century back, 50 years back. But why it is becoming so popular today? Anybody has answer with respect to this triangle? There is a clue in this diagram, right? This picture. Why? Exactly right. See, I told you AI has been developed or invented 50 years back. But today we are completely talking about AI work, AI technology, AI branch, AI studies, courses. Why today? That's the question. The reason behind the other two bottom lines, the data and computing, cloud computing, that has become popular today. The data available, the data when I say, the data you use on your WhatsApp, the data you use on your Facebook, the data you use on your browser history, the data you consume from everywhere, from a smartwatch to everything you do. So it's completely getting saved in internet. So the data is huge, trillions, billions of data available today. All right, the data. Second one is the cloud computing. I just replaced cloud. What do you mean by computing? What is computer? Everybody knows a computer, right? You use a computer, right? What are the main components in a computer? Monitor, CPU, keyboard, mouse. Okay, inside the CPU. Come on. Motherboard, RAM, processor, core processor, then storage, CPU, then you have a network, security, lot of things. Am I right? This is your computer. Cloud computing here is same example. What your computer is having, similarly you are having everything in a bigger scale. The computer, what you have it for one particular person use, right? You use for one computer, you use for other computer. When I say the whole world has to use the same computer, then imagine that computer has to be how much big it has to be. It has to be bigger than your school. Do you agree? Do you imagine? For a personal use, you are having a computer like this. If you wanted to have a computer for the complete world, then it has to be bulk in your size with the same resources what you are using it. The computing power, the storage, the processor, and the security, the security mechanism and network. That is actually called cloud computing. I'll come and give an example of cloud computing. This ABC triangle is very important. Artificial intelligence, big data and cloud computing. With the big data and cloud computing, AI is becoming so popular. I'll just go and show this diagram. Looking at this picture, which comes on your mind? So many pictures, not text at all. Which comes on your mind? Motherboard, right? If I tell you the example, the center one, this motherboard, what you have it here, this motherboard is 1 lakh times powerful than what you are having in your computer. Do you believe? Do you believe or not? 1 lakh times, not 10 times or 100 times, 1 lakh times powerful than from your computer. Same motherboard, same example. I am telling you that it is the way, it is the future, what we are making it in an industry called as cloud computing, or you can say it is a supercomputing or a quantum computing or a digital tunes, whatever the terms you name it for a future technology. This is the way it looks like. Everything is day to day what you are using similar, but things are going in a bigger scale because we are going for the bigger audience, not for the individual use. We are going for the world of users, complete world. So these are the typical different hardware system which is available in a cloud computing or in artificial intelligence. Now, before we go, this triangle, have you all got clear idea about this triangle? Any doubts? Any doubts? Artificial intelligence, big data and cloud computing. So data is where you consume all the data. Cloud computing is the infrastructure where you run the data. That's all. So now, where you run a data, just to imagine or understand yourself, the infrastructure which exists in the cloud is 1 lakh times powerful than your computer, the personal computer. Now, I could say like one more similar example. This left side, if you look at cloud and AI, why AI is becoming so popular? Because now cloud is convenient and cloud is reachable from everybody, so that AI is becoming so popular. These two people are, made for each other in tech heaven, I would say it as. So that's the reason they are making powerful when they merge together. Now, I think it's a bad joke for school kids. Then, what is cloud computing? Now, before we go and understand the cloud computing, what is this? Okay, taxi. Do you have a hiring taxi in Tirunelveli? You have a Ola, Uber, any service? So I recently went to E-Road. I have a taxi service called Red Taxi. I don't know. Do you have any service here? You have a Ola here in Tirunelveli? Okay, what is the difference between booking a cab in Ola and having your own car? What is the advantage of booking car in Ola? You no need to drive, am I right? What else? You no need to put petrol, right? What else? You don't need to look for a parking space, right? You don't need to take insurance. Am I right? You don't need taking for a, what else? You need to be more conscious about driving. You can watch it. You can watch a video on mobile and you can drive it. I mean, you can travel it. Am I right? These are advantages. The cost is very minimal. You don't want to invest more. This is exactly called your cloud computing. So when I say cloud computing, you want to use the computing for your applications, your purpose, all the work what you do today, but you don't want to own a computer. You can use the computing from a cloud. Imagine that is a cloud that there you can use the computing, which is 1 lakh times powerful than your normal computer. Just for understanding, I'm saying that is exactly like your having a car. When I say having a car, having your own computer or own data centers or own servers. Hiring a cab, you've got idea of hiring a cab, what do you mean by? You no need to put more investment. You don't need to take care of any maintenance. Exactly the cloud computing. You don't need to do anything. Whatever you want, you can go and take it from a cloud. The servers, desktop, and platforms or services. You can take anything. And the best example you can remember, how many of you using a Gmail? Email ID? Do you know where the email server has been seated? No idea, right? You're just sending a send and receive, am I right? But you have no idea where the mails are getting saved. You're just accessing it from your browser. Today you can access it from your browser, tomorrow you can go and access it from your mobile or anywhere else. Anywhere it is accessible, but somewhere the server has been placed. That is actually called the cloud computing. Cloud computing also you are using it for a long time. Now, big data, it's fine. Then, these are also new terms, little. How do you feel? Are you getting more technical or is it okay to continue? If you say stop, I can stop it right away. How do you feel? You want more or you can stop it here? Say more or stop. Little louder. Little more, right? We can go little more. See these three terms. These three terms, just see, machine learning, computer vision, and natural language processing. And if I ask you the same question, have you heard this term? Definitely you will say no. Are you agree with me? You are hearing first time, right? Again I say you are already using it. Do you believe? Yes, right? Somebody said yes. You're an intelligent guy. The machine learning. And the second one is computer vision. The third one is natural language. How do I make you to remember? Say like, I am a human. Assume you have a computer here. Okay? I am a human. This is a computer. How do you differentiate a human from a computer? Just a layman. Don't think too technical. Just compare a computer with a human. How do I get differentiate from a computer? Yeah, for the sake of your understanding, this is a computer, this is me. What is the difference? What is the difference? Sorry? I can do my own task. I can come here and I can talk, I can share my knowledge. Am I right? But computer cannot. You have to simulate it, right? Am I right? Because I learn things. Second one, I can able to see you. Am I right? I could see it. Still the last row I can see that. First row I can see. But computer can or cannot? Cannot. But we can. I'll tell you how. The last one. We can able to do a conversation, right? I'm asking you a question, you guys are very interestingly, excitedly responding me back. This is a conversation, the natural conversation. We guys are talking in the same language, English. If I stand here and talk in Japanese, you never respond me back. Am I right? I don't know Japanese, that's a secondary thing. Now, coming back here. How do I differentiate myself from a computer? Three things. One is my knowledge. You guys only said knowledge. Second one, my vision. So third one, natural language, the natural language processing, right? These are the three main differentiator from a human to a computer. If I bring these three components to a computer, computer can behave like a human. Have you got this point? This is the way computer is differentiating from me, you guys said. Now, if you bring these three abilities, my knowledge, my vision, and my conversation abilities, the natural language, you can. The best use case, machine learning. You can give a data, it can sense and give an output to you, right? I mean, best example here is, you can go to Google and you can see, will I get a rain tomorrow in Tirunelveli? Will I get an answer or not? You will get an answer, am I right? Yes. How are you getting an answer? It has the data, sensing it from a like a sensor, with analyzing all the machine learning, giving you output. First one, knowledge. Machine, you got a knowledge. Second one, Vision. Do you know the cameras in a traffic signals? It can monitor the speed without the traffic cop. It can monitor the speed. If you are jumping a signal, you will get a fine for your bike. Do you know it or not? Yes? Do you know, right? Vision. Computer is having a vision now. Third one. NLP, natural language. You said computer cannot talk, but he said, Alexa, Siri can talk. Have you talked to Alexa, Siri, Google Assistant anywhere before? I mean, just a basic example. Previously, when you go with the Google, YouTube or Netflix or any series, you used to type. Now, you just have mic and you say, hey, I want to listen this song. Do you say that? Ranjidame song. Hey, play a Ranjidame song. When you say that, what it happens? Computer captures your voice. It does a translation from a speech to text. Then it will go and search in the data. Where is Ranjidame song? Yeah, it's very famous from Vijay's movie. Just play that song. Am I right? So computer can understand your conversation and can talk to you, right? These are the three technologies making computer as an intelligent guy. That is called as artificial intelligence. How you can make artificial intelligence? Using two other components called big data and cloud computing. That's all. Very simple. I think good to wrap it up. Is it not moving? Yeah, even it decided to not to move it up. Moving now? Yeah. Again, this is not a very technical slide. Whichever I explained to you, just I put on a slide. How kids are learning from LKG. This is the way you learn in LKG, right? Shapes and colors. You agree with me? Remember your LKG, that's the way you start, right? Looking at the red, yeah, red signal, green signal, orange signal, yeah. Looking at two-wheelers, you say as a bike, four-wheelers, you say as a car. Similarly, in a computer also learning from a book, like all the data is in a binary bits. That is actually called as a machine learning. How computer is learning from a data. So data, we have it as a big data. Now, computer is also like a human only. It will not learn everything in a first shot. It will also do a mistake. From a mistake, it will learn. It will keep learning it. How much data it can learn, it will become more efficient or intelligent. See, similarly, like if you learn everything very proper in your school, you will become intelligent in your college. If you study everything in your college, you will become super intelligent in your career. Do you agree? Similarly, in a computer, the way it will learn from your data, how much fast, how much effectively it will learn, it will become a supercomputer and artificial intelligence. That's what, technology is becoming so fast. Previously, we have a traditional programming. If you wanted to develop any software, you need to go and write a coding. Then after neural network comes in, you don't want to do any codings at all. You just show a picture. Say like this is a cat, this is a dog, this is a book, this is a table. Computer will learn from a neural networks. Now the technology has been completely changed with the latest trend like a chat GPT bot. How many of you hear the chat GPT bot? Few of you, most of you, very well. Okay, those are not the technology. You are not going to teach everything. You just say like, take a book. This is a book, go and learn. This is science, learn. This is social, you learn, that's all. No need for a supervisor or teacher. That is the latest technology what we are talking about, the LLM technology. So 3 ways you can classify. From a traditional program, then neural networks, the last one is the LLM. I have some games to play, but time is already up. I don't want to play a game. But however, I'll share this presentation with you. There is an interesting part you can go and play around. This is a use case where you can use a computer vision and natural language where the machine can understand your conversation and respond back to you. Not only understanding. If you talk to Alexa, Alexa can talk to you, right? The smart house, if you say like, if you are having a air conditioner, like a fridge or a water geyser, anything, if you wanted to do operation by using Alexa, you can integrate with IoT. You can say, Alexa, switch on the fan. Alexa, switch on the TV. Alexa, play my favorite song. Alexa will play your favorite song, right? If I say, Alexa, cook my favorite food, Alexa will respond, no, go and ask your wife, I'll not cook. Am I right? So that means to say, it understands your conversation. It never say everything yes to you. It understands the conversation like human is responding back to you. Have you got it? That intelligence you brought to the computer. That is called NLP and NLU, very latest technologies. These are the two I was talking about. So many of you raise the hand. I don't want to, reintroduce your new friends. Chat GPT and Google Bot. If you not aware of this component, go to a Google search and do a simple search. You will get an answer for that. This is the latest LLM model. Just a quick summary. I know we spoke a lot. And okay, fine. This time I'll have a water. And can someone tell me what you learned from today about introduction to AI world? What is your main takeaway? No need to tell complete summary. Tell only any one point. What you learned today on AI? as a new things. Don't say A as artificial intelligence, that you already know. When I asked the question, you answered me. Other than the definition, what you learned today? ABC triangle, very well, right? What is A? What is B? What is C? Very well. Okay, now the question here is, what is big data? What is B? Can you define? 2 more question. Now one word you answered. I'll not ask you 16 marks. 2 more question. What is big data? So you're just a server, and maybe it's a server collecting all your data, right? What is cloud computing? Again 2 marks, not 16 marks. What is cloud computing? How do you remember cloud computing? What is the example I gave you? Hiring a cab, hiring a computer, that's all. Just say that school level it's very much advanced. Hiring a cab like hiring a computer, that is cloud computing, right? ABC triangle is over. What else? What else you learned today? New. Advantages of cloud computing, having a cloud computing advantages, right? Okay, what else? The language model I told you, right? The 3 example. Traditional programming, neural networks. The last one? LLM, large language model. The traditional programming, you go and type a programming on a computer language. The neural networks, you just give a material, just show you a picture of a dog or a diagram, anything, it will learn from a picture and it will just, give output. The last one, LLM, how LLM learns? You never touch anything, no. LLM is a large language model, the computer, you just give a book, it will read from end to end. You watch that Rajinikanth Robo movie, right? Not to pass, Endiran, yeah, Tamil, Endiran la book padingala Robo. That is actually LLM. Just give a book, it will learn everything, it will answer to you, right? I should like a book padi exam, help pannuma illaya? That is LLM. What else you learned today? Come on, guys. Hurry up. Okay, fine. I think more with the technical stuff. Okay, about the 2 motivational stories. What do you remember now? Let me say. I said that is for lifelong to remember. Tell me after half an hour how much you remember. Let me just listen. First one, first story. Say louder. Ups and down your life. Right? Ups and down your life, struggles and failure, you have to learn it. Second story. Opportunity will come. You have to get ready for opportunity to participate. Don't wait for the preparation. Prepare yourself. Participate for opportunity, right? Utilize the opportunity. The next, these are the few things. Might be just have a look. Not necessarily you need to know about it, but what I'm telling here, study well, score good, do very well in academic, but where the world is going, where the technology is going, they're not expecting only the academic skill. They're not expecting one particular skill from everybody, the individuals. Because machines are becoming so intelligent than us, right? Are you agree? Machines are becoming intelligent, right? Do you believe the ChatGPT is smarter than us? Do you agree? Then our competition in future, not with the humans, our competition with the AI, the machines. Am I right? Then you have to also develop the multi-skills. When I say multi-skills, being a Tamil medium student, I could be able to talk in a public speaking now. How I learn, how I practice, how I'm delivering, how I'm engaging. Just think, learn that way, first thing. To learn that kind of a things, not only about a public speaking, I'm just telling about your soft skills. Communication, how do you do interpersonal communication with your friend or your teacher? How do you speak in a stage? How do you do a community events? When I say community events, might be it's a kind of a new to you. When I say community events, for you to understand, more than your school studies, there will be some competition used to happen, right? District level competitions, some zonal level competitions, some quiz program. It used to happen in your life, am I right? Just go and attend. Don't think about a win or victory. Just go and attend. That is also a experience. Experiences. Go and experience it. So this is when you go with the engineering. If in case you guys are joining in engineering after your 12th standard, these are the platform where you go and develop your other activities, other skills, where you can do open source projects, where you can project yourself. You not necessarily need to go for a work and project. You can start doing a small open source project from the internet. Get yourself ready for that and project everything in a LinkedIn profile. Yeah, this is your school. Am I right? Very nice. Thank you for the great opportunity for the ma'am, sir, and this great school. And if in case you wanted to reach me out for any guidance, this is what my contact details. See, what I do on a personal level, more than the work I do, I used to conduct a lot of awareness seminars. When I say, you can note it down, otherwise I'll give my number to everybody, I'll share this PPT. What I do, just listen. I'll contact, not only me, like me, few of my friends, we are started giving back to the society. We used to conduct awareness program about the engineering admissions. If you are preferring for NEET or J2E, how do you get prefer that awareness programs, the higher studies opportunities, then available scholarships. You won't believe it. There are the scholarships available, open to everybody, starts from yearly 2 lakhs to yearly 20 lakhs. There are scholarships. Not everybody aware about it. Only few people there are aware, they are participating, they are taking that scholarship. That's the thing I told you, if you remember, the opportunities in metropolitan, the opportunities in super rural is not equivalent. It is our responsibility to bring the opportunity to everybody. Do you agree? This is our small step of taking opportunity. These are completely free, the awareness programs, the seminars, whatever we do, the speeches. So far I given more than 50 sessions. And I started giving this kind of awareness session to people. Just make a note if in case you wanted to connect me on LinkedIn. This is school kids don't have a mobile, sorry that. This is my number, you can have a number. I'm available on WhatsApp, Telegram. You can reach me for anything, fine. More than my personal branding, let me go back and just your final touch. Do you have any questions for me? Anything about the AI or anything about the industry? Anything you want to know about my the organizations where I worked? What is Google, what is Cisco, what is Capgemini, or any industry. It seems like after my 12th standard, I worked in industry for engineering. Then I did my engineering, then I did my master. I'm applied my PhD as well. That is secondary. And if you wanted to know anything technical or anything about the industry, feel free to ask me. Do you have any questions for me? Anything? No? You got bored or you got all answered? Yeah. How you wanted to get into Google? It's a very valid question, right? I was not knowing the answer for that question when I was studying in my school. That's a very interesting part. How do you want to get into Google? Good question. There was a myth says that if I study in IIT, NITs or a Tier 1 college only, I will get into Google or Amazon or a Microsoft, any big company you name it as. But that myth is no more. Now the opportunities are wide open. It's completely open. Like Google or any companies, if you take X or Y, they are hiring from a offline. When I say offline, they are conducting a coding hackathon. You need to participate offline. Once you pass that offline hackathon, then there will be a number of rounds. How the number of rounds? That's a very interesting question. Tamil solliyalama. Okay. Sorry. Flow la poite. ஸோ இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இப்போ கூகுளில் ஜாயின் பண்ணுறது வந்து இப்போ ரொம்ப ஈஸி. எல்லாத்துக்குமே எட்டரை கோடி தூரத்தில் தான் கூகுள்னாலும் சரி, அமேசானாலும் சரி, மைக்ரோசாஃப்ட் எந்த பிக் கம்பெனி நீங்கள் டெஸ்லானாலும் சரி, எதை எடுத்துக்கிட்டாலும் எட்டரை தூரத்தில் தான் இருக்குது. ஸோ எல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்னா இப்போது ஆஃப்லைனில் கோடிங் ஹேக்கல்தான், ஆஃப்லைன் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ்லாம் ஓப்பன் பண்ணுறாங்க. when you are eligible, when I say eligible, studying 12th standard you cannot apply it, but studying in engineering you can definitely, studying in a doctor you cannot apply for Google. You agree? Doctors cannot work on Google, right? When you apply for that, what you study in your engineering, they'll ask related questions. Okay? Whatever you know about coding and all. After coding, the screening, then there will be a rounds. When I say there will be a rounds, there will be a technical rounds and there will be a soft skill rounds. They'll give a equal importance. Not only with Google, now every company started giving importance to soft skills as well. When I say soft skill, they will evaluate your attitude. What do you mean by attitude? Attitude enapa? Character, right? If your attitude is good, your altitude is good. Am I right? What do you mean by altitude? Height. That is the difference between crow and the eagle. Am I right? What is the difference between crow and eagle? Be like an eagle. Your attitude determines your altitude. Exactly. If you remember this term, you can get into Google or anywhere you can get into. Because they can hire a people, they can train a people, right? But they cannot develop an attitude in you. You have to develop your attitude from your young stage. Be ready to take a challenge. Do whatever you do a best of you. That's all. Then when you study the things, you will directly get into or easily get into Google. But opportunities are completely open. Wherever you are, wherever you study, நீங்கள் எங்கே படித்தாலும் சரி, எந்த கோர்ஸ் பண்ணாலும் சரி, எல்லாமே இப்போ ஆஃப்லைன் தான். அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் இப்போ இந்த கூகுள் இப்போ முன்னாடி சொன்ன பார்த்தீங்களா, இப்போ என்னன்னா நீங்கள் 3rd year 4th yearல இந்த மாதிரி கம்யூனிட்டி அப்ளை பண்ணுவீங்க. நான் என்ன சொல்ல வரேன், அந்த அப்ளை பண்ணுறதுக்கு அப்போ வர வெயிட் பண்ண வேணாம், ஃபஸ்ட் இயர்லேருந்தே நீங்கள் உங்கள் ப்ரிப்பரேஷனை ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடலாம். ஸோ ப்ரிப்பரேஷனை ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறதுனா எப்படின்னா, சும்மா ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணால் போர் அடிக்கும். அதுக்கு தான் நிறைய அந்த ஸ்காலர்ஷிப்லாம் சொல்கிறது. ஸோ எல்லாமே வந்து டைட்லி கப்புல்டு. ஸ்காலர்ஷிப் நீங்கள் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா, நான் அதோட ஸ்காலர்ஷிப்ஸ் எல்லாமே நீங்கள் இன்டர்வியூ மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். ரெஸ்யூம் ரெடி பண்ணணும், எஸ்ஏ ரைட் பண்ணணும், அவங்க இன்டர்வியூ வைப்பாங்க, நீங்கள் பேசணும், குரூப் டிஸ்கஷன் வைப்பாங்க. அப்போ நீங்கள் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணிகிட்டே இருக்கும்போது ஸ்காலர்ஷிப் கிடைச்சுன்னா எக்ஸ்ட்ரா போனஸ். அதே ஸ்காலர்ஷிப் கிடைக்காட்டா என்ன நடக்கும்? தட் வில் ஹெல்ப் யூ ஃபார் யுவர் இன்டர்வியூ. டூ வித் மீ, இட் வில் ஹெல்ப் யூ ஃபார் யுவர் இன்டர்வியூ. ஸோ ஸ்காலர்ஷிப் கிடைச்சதுன்னா போனஸ், இல்லாட்டா கூட உங்களுக்கு இன்டர்வியூ ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் கிடைக்கும். தட்ஸ் அவேர்னஸ், யூ நீட் டு கெட் இட். Hopefully you will get everything in your life. Any other questions, guys? I'm done with the day. Do you have any questions? All right. So you got something from me, right? About little artificial intelligence. Always remember ABC triangle. The artificial intelligence, big data and cloud computing. Remember the analogy with your Ola cab and cloud computing. Big data is your WhatsApp and your, the browsing, whatever you do on the internet. Artificial intelligence, the 3 things I told you: machine learning, computer vision, and NLP. That's all. Thank you so much for the great opportunity and the very energetic participation. Thank you.
I think this is the right time to know about AI. I think a few weeks back, our Prime Minister, he also spoken about artificial intelligence in US. How many of you watched that video released by Sundar Pichai about that AI? Yes.
I have it. Can I show it now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. I think, fortunately, I think just I watched that he spoke something about artificial intelligence. Okay. CBSE also insisted to introduce artificial intelligence from grade 9 onwards. Maybe in future, I think within 1 or 2 years, we are also have a plan to introduce artificial intelligence in our school for grade 9 and 10. So I think when my friend, actually Ms. Kalai Selvi, she approached me regarding this workshop, really I felt so happy about that. Actually, because they are actually very good people, very intelligent people. I think at least you can also through them, you can learn something about artificial intelligence. Hopefully, at least everybody get an idea about what is artificial intelligence. Why I make you grade 9 and 10 to participate here means you may also have a better idea in after 10th what career you want to choose. Okay, based on that it's easy to choose the groups in the grade 11 onwards. Okay, that's why actually I wanted to participate grade 9 and 10 as well.
Last year at Google I/O, we announced Google AI. It's a collection of our teams and efforts to bring the benefits of AI to everyone. And we want this to work globally, so we are opening AI centers around the world. AI is going to impact many, many fields. And I want to give you a couple of examples today. Healthcare is one of the most important fields AI is going to transform. Last year, we announced our work on diabetic retinopathy, which is a leading cause of blindness, and we use deep learning to help doctors diagnose it earlier. And we've been running field trials since then at Aravind and Sankara hospitals in India, and the field trials are going really well. We are bringing expert diagnosis to places where trained doctors are scarce. It turned out, using the same retinal scans, there were things which humans quite didn't know to look for, but our AI systems offered more insights. Your same eye scan turns out holds information with which we can predict the 5-year risk of you having an adverse cardiovascular event, heart attack or strokes. So to me, the interesting thing is that, more than what doctors could find in these eye scans, the machine learning systems offered newer insights. This could be the basis for a new non-invasive way to detect cardiovascular risk. And we are working, we just published the research, and we are going to be working to bring this to field trials with our partners. Another area where AI can help is to actually help doctors predict medical events. Turns out doctors have a lot of difficult decisions to make, and for them, getting advance notice, say 24 to 48 hours before a patient is likely to get very sick has a tremendous difference in the outcome. And so we have put our machine learning systems to work. We've been working with our partners using de-identified medical records. And it turns out if you go and analyze over 100,000 data points per patient, more than any single doctor could analyze, we can actually quantitatively predict the chance of readmission 24 to 48 hours before, earlier than traditional methods. It gives doctors more time to act. We are publishing our paper on this later today, and we are looking forward to partnering with hospitals and medical institutions.
Thank you so much, sir, for the eye-opening session and making us aware on the concept of artificial intelligence. Now, I kindly call upon Ms. Divya to deliver her vote of thanks.
A graceful and warm morning to our most valued guests, worthy teachers and management committee and most beloved children. On our behalf, I extend a very hearty vote of thanks to our chief guests to spare their time for this from their busy schedule to grace this occasion. First of all, I like to give my hearty vote of thanks to our chief guest, Mrs. Kalai Selvi, for gracing this seminar. Thank you, ma'am. And I would to thank our distinguished speaker, Mr. Kumaresan, for making an excellent presentation and making this seminar a more meaningful and interesting. Thank you, sir. I would like to express our deep gratitude to our correspondent, ma'am, Mrs. Jayanti Babu, for her presence and making this arrangement. Thank you, ma'am. And I extend my thanks to all who have helped us in making this seminar a very resounding success. Last but not the least, I thank the wonderful students for your cooperation. Thank you all.